A gang of drug dealers led by a world champion cage wrestler has been jailed for selling millions of pounds worth of Class A drugs. The gang flooded the Northeast with cocaine, amphetamines and cannabis, and disguised the parties in shoeboxes as gifts for children. 11 people have been charged with conspiring to ship kilos of drugs from Merseyside to County Durham before they were distributed throughout the region. Former cage fighting world champion Toller, the head of the gang, is still on the run after being convicted in his absence for plotting with his sister, half-brother and girlfriend. Toller of Rutherford Street, Newcastle, was convicted of conspiracy to supply cocaine and amphetamines but pleaded the same for cannabis. He was imprisoned for 24 years. His half-brother Jonathan Kitson of Riding Hill, Great Lumley pleaded guilty to conspiracy charges and a separate cannabis-related charge. He was imprisoned for 9 years and 11 months. Jody Smith of Main Street, Consett, Toller's former partner, pleaded guilty to conspiracy to supply Class A drugs. She was jailed for 6 years and 6 months. While his sister Anita Toller of 2nd Street, Consett, pleaded guilty to the same charge. She will be sentenced next month. Other network members who pleaded guilty to drug charges were Aaron Merritt of Halgert, Consett, who was jailed for 29 months. Craig Field of Lincoln Place, Consett, pleaded guilty to supplying cocaine and was jailed for 5 years and 7 months. And John Hoscroft of Thornhill Gardens, Burnopfield, pleaded guilty to possession of cocaine with intent to sell. He was sentenced to 22 months in prison, suspended for 2 years. Stephen Ruddock of Pasture Row, Eldon, near Bishop Auckland, pleaded guilty to supplying cocaine. He will be sentenced next month. While his half-brother Daniel Mappin of Front Street, Tadhou, pleaded guilty to being involved in supplying cocaine and an additional charge of supplying heroin. He was imprisoned for 5 years and 4 months. Ricky Hemming John Edward, Edmer, confessed to conscientious traces of the Campheeside and Kirkham patterns. Hemmings was jailed for 13 years and 6 months, while Campbell was jailed for 6 years and 8 months.